Hello world and welcome. In this video I want to tell you about the main events in Ukraine and the world that took place on February 28th. As you can see, on February 28th Russia lost approximately 1080 personnel, causing the total number of Russian losses to exceed 412,000 people. Also, during the day Russia lost another 14 tanks, 14 infantry fighting vehicles, 20 artillery systems and 47 vehicles and fuel tanks. Interesting losses include 2 destroyed air defense systems and 2 Russian Su-44 fighters which were destroyed on February 27th in the eastern direction. This is already, as far as I remember, the 8th and the 9th fighter in the last 10 days, which simply blows my mind. Regarding the situation on the battlefield, Deep State updated the map on Thursday evening, where you can see that the Russians are fortunately partially occupied Orlivka and advanced in south of the village. The settlement of Tonenke and Berdichi remain under control of the armed forces of Ukraine. The 3rd Assault Brigade stated that they knocked out the occupiers from Krasnohorivka in Donetsk region. The day before, the occupiers attacked the southeastern part of Krasnohorivka and entered the town. Currently, Krasnohorivka is under the control of Ukrainian troops. Units of the brigade inflicted losses on the enemy. It is reported about 100 killed and wounded occupiers in that area. It is also reported about another case of successfully Himars attack on a concentration of Russian soldiers during the formation in Olenivka, Donetsk region. According to Russian forces, the enemy command held a formation in honor of awarding individual soldiers of the brigade who distinguished themselves during the special military operation. As a result of the strike, 19 soldiers were killed and another 12 were injured. There is also information that among the dead are Roman Kozukhov, Lieutenant Colonel Deputy Brigade Commander, Abilov Alexander, Mayor, Shakhmanov Nail, Captain, and the commander of the 155th Brigade, Colonel Mikhail Gudkov, is wounded. The funny thing is there is information that the command was aware of the operation of the Ukrainian drone in their area, but ignored this information. An incomprehensible person similar to Slender Man was found and eliminated by Special Operation Forces soldiers of Ukraine. Just take a look. I don't know what about you, but as for me, he looks really scary. At a congress on 28th February, the so-called deputies of unrecognized quasi-state of Transnistria in eastern Moldova asked Russia to protect the region due to alleged economy pressure from Moldova and the fact that more than 220,000 Russian citizens reside in Transnistria. And already in the evening, the Russian foreign minister stated that profile agencies of Russia will consider Transnistria's appeal to take measures to protect the enclave from Moldova. Let's keep an eye on the further events. The Russian military correspondent complains that Putin doesn't read his letters with his complaints about the army and says that he is thinking about doing what Moors did to himself, that is, committing suicide. For those who don't know, on February 21st, a Russian soldier and propagandist Andrei Morozov with the call sign Moors committed suicide. The day before, the occupier published a post in which he noted that losses of Russian in Avdiivka about 16,000 people. The command of the Russian armed forces forced him to delete this post, which was the reason for his action. Another Russian soldier was captured using a drone. Take a look. The note says, if you want to live, then follow the bird across the field. And now regarding news about economic and military assistance for Ukraine from its allies. Belgian Prime Minister Alexander De Croo said that Belgium will contribute 200 million euros to buy 50,000 155mm artillery shells for Ukraine, as part of the Czech artillery ammunition initiative, with the aim to purchase 800,000 shells for Ukraine. Besides Belgium, the United Kingdom, the Netherlands, Denmark, Sweden, and Canada have already joined the purchase. Ammunition will be delivered to Ukraine before the end of March. By the way, about the Netherlands, country ordered 9 of the newest 155mm self-propelled guns DITA from the Czech Republic for Ukraine. It was reported by the country's Ministry of Defense. DITA is a modern artillery system capable of hitting targets at a distance of up to 40 kilometers with 155mm shells. The Pentagon is considering the possibility of using 4 billion in military aid directly from its own stockpiles, even without guarantees that those funds will be replenished by Congress. This is reported by CNN. President Zelensky responded to the statement of his French colleague Emmanuel Macron about the possible dispatch of troops from European countries to Ukraine. Quoting his direct speech, "I was not at that summit. Mr. President said that he would talk about certain new ideas on how to strengthen Ukraine and would share information with me when he arrives in Ukraine." By the way, the Washington Post wrote an interesting article where claims that about 20,000 foreigners of more than 50 nationalities are already fighting on the side of Ukraine. And now guys, I want to show you another case of Russian don't abandon their own that has appeared on the internet. After the FPV drone hit a Russian soldier, the second soldier took his machine gun and thought about leaving. But this time karma was insidious. So he almost immediately joined his friend. The full video, guys, you can watch on my Telegram channel. The link will be in the description. Okay guys, that's all for today. Thank you for watching the video. If you like it, you can subscribe, leave a comment. That's all for today guys. Thank you, bye bye.